Hello, my name is Mrs. Perigin, and I will be your instructor for English 101 online through Crowder. This is a dual credit class, so that means that you are enrolled in some sort of high school somewhere, either a public school or you're homeschooled. When you first get logged on to Canvas, this is the page that you will come to, and I will have this video posted on this welcome page here for you to find. If you have not used Canvas before, this is our learning management system. In the past, Crowder has used Blackboard, and then they switched last year to Canvas. Before class starts, I would highly recommend that you get comfortable with how Canvas works. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll see that you'll have the announcements page, the syllabus, the modules, the grades. This is mostly what you will be using, these options here. If you go to where it says syllabus on the left-hand side, you'll see that I have posted the course syllabus and the daily schedule. Please make sure that you are familiarizing yourself with what is required in the course. The syllabus located here contains the books that you need, and I do not give you the books. You need to contact Crowder and order the books through their bookstore. And so if you scroll through the syllabus and go down to it's kind of a scroll here. It'll tell you here in a second. Let me find it. Required supplies. You need to have some kind of access to the internet. Obviously, it's an online class, and then this is your required textbook. You have two books for this class, Back to the Lake by Thomas Cooley, and then there is a vocabulary book that Crowder publishes itself, and you'll need to buy that as well. So please make sure that you are communicating with Crowder on how to get your book. Your high school will not do that for you. I don't do that for you. That is on you to contact Crowder to get to find your book. Want to go over a couple of things on the syllabus. Most of this top part up here is from Crowder that I have to include, but I want to draw your attention to the grading scale. This is not a normal high school grading scale. A 100 to a 92 is an A 91 to an 85 is a B, an 84 to a 75 is a C, a 74 to a 65 is a D, and anything a 64 below is an F. So you need to keep that in mind as you are going through the semester, that the grading scale is a little bit more rigorous than a normal high school grading scale. Please do not cheat. Please do not plagiarize. The first plagiarism offense is that you receive a 0 on the paper, and then after that you would fail the course. If you plagiarized again, the third offense would be that you would be booted out of Crowder and not allowed to take any more classes through Crowder. Please do not plagiarize. The only paper that requires research in this class is the argumentative paper that we'll do in December, or starting in November, it'll be due in December. And I'm going to show you how to do all of that research, how to get all of that done. There is no reason that you should be plagiarizing anything in this class. And just to clarify, so that we're very upfront about this now, plagiarism is the copying or using any ideas that are not your own. So if I am able to highlight what you have typed and copy and paste that into Google, and it comes up word for word what you have in your essay, that's plagiarized. So please do not plagiarize. It is super easy to do on accident. And if you're not sure, please send me an email and we can talk about that. Let's scroll down here a little bit. Communication. This is a huge thing for me. And I'm guessing if you are still in high school, this is probably one of your first online classes. It is super important that you realize that I cannot read your mind. Okay. I am not a superhero. I don't have any extra special powers. So if there is something going on, like outside of the class, that is going to affect how you are getting your work done, you have to let me know, because your high school counselor is not going to do that. Your principal's not going to do that. I need to be aware. Okay. I am a high school teacher at Pierce City, so I get it. I know that life gets busy. My life gets busy. Everyone gets busy, but you are paying to take this class. And you need to treat it like it is a legit college class, because it is. It's going to go on your transcript, and it's going to affect how you do later, or like how your transcript and your GPA are later. Okay. So when you contact me, okay, my email is at the top of the syllabus. I'm going to scroll back up here so you can see it. PeriginJana@gmail.com. Okay. Please do not email my Crowder email, because I don't check it unless I'm logged on to Canvas, which is like once a day. Okay. but my PearagingJana@gmail.com, that is forwarded to my school account. So if you email me that, it's going to go to my school account and I will see it automatically. Okay. If you email my Crowder account, I'm probably not going to see it till like the next day. Okay. So email this account, this address, and I will see your email quickly. Okay. If something comes up, if there is an emergency, if there is some kind of family death, you are injured, you're in the hospital, and an email is just not going to cut it, I've got my phone number at the top of the syllabus. Pick up the phone and call me. Okay. If I don't answer, leave me a voicemail. Okay. I would rather you over communicate and let me know what's going on in advance than me not hear from you for like a week and me count you absent for like 2 weeks and then I don't know what's going on. Okay. I will send out weekly emails. Sometimes I'll send out a couple emails a week just to make sure you're aware of what's going on. So I will do my best to communicate with you. I need you to communicate with me. Okay. You have to communicate or this class does not work. Okay. If you have any questions about an assignment, if you have any uncertainties about anything, if there's something on the assignment that doesn't match the syllabus or the schedule, send me an email and I will do my best to clarify. Okay. Let's talk about late work. I will take 5% off for small assignments like just assignments and quizzes that are, so each day it's late, that's 5% off. For papers and essays, you will lose 10% of the total points for each day they are late. So let's say that you have an essay worth 90 points and you turn that in a day late. So I'm going to grade that essay. And then I'm also going to take off 9 points because that's 10% off. Okay. So 9 points could be between an A or a B or a B and a C. Okay. So you want to make sure that your essays are turned in on time. And I give you plenty of time to write these essays, but you have to be on top of it to get it done. Okay. I've got the schedule, but I'm not there every day to hold your hand and say, okay, you've done this part. Now it's time to do that part. You have to do that on your own. Okay. The only exception to this is the final argumentative research paper. I will not accept this paper for late points. So if you do not turn that in by the due date, it is a 0 and it is a massive paper. It's like over 100 points. So that could possibly hurt your grade in the class detrimentally. So please make sure you turn that in on time. The research paper, I also have to have this in my syllabus, that if you do not have a works cited page, then the work paper receives a 0 because the works cited page is, it's the whole part of the essay that if you don't tell me where your sources come from, you don't have a solid essay. Okay. So that has to be there. Canvas, we already talked about, that's where all of your information will be, and I'll show you what the modules look like here in a second. Online etiquette expectations. When you are on the discussion board or when you're editing someone's papers, please make sure that when you leave feedback, it is polite and it is kind. When you are online, you don't have that face-to-face communication that most of us do in like an actual classroom. So just make sure that your comments and feedback are respectful. Let's talk about the discussion board because every year, this is the thing that students do not get. Okay. So every week when we start getting into the papers, you will have discussion board requirements. You're going to post your rough draft the first week of the paper. The second week, you're going to post your updated draft. Now, the whole reason why I have you post your drafts is to get feedback from your peers. Okay. I don't do this just to make you have extra work. I want you to get feedback from your peers. So in the past, I've put students into small groups and I've just had you go through and leave feedback on everyone's paper. This year, I'm going to try, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try actual groups. And if that does not work, then I'm just going to open it up to everyone and you just pick 3 papers that haven't had any feedback left on it. And that's what we're going to do. Because I always have students that don't get feedback left for them. And then I always have students that don't leave any feedback. And it's not fair for the other students who put in that work and then don't get feedback. So please make sure that you are posting on time and that you're also leaving feedback, because if you don't, then this does not work. Okay. And you'll understand that more as we get going further into the semester. Okay. You will have 2 paragraphs and 5 essays that you'll write in this class. That's the class requirement. And this gives you what those essays will be. And then we'll have a midterm and a final. Okay. All right. That's the syllabus. Make sure you look at that. This is the daily schedule. I'm going to show you this really quick. So if you go through this daily schedule, it gives you kind of an outline for almost every day of the class throughout every week. So it starts here. tells you what you need to be doing on Monday, when it's due. So you just follow that and you'll be fine, okay? And then we will have weekly vocab quizzes every Friday that you will submit on Canvas, okay? So this is what I would copy and paste, or not copy and paste, download to your computer and like save it to like your desktop, and that way you just have a copy and don't have to log on to Canvas every time to know what you need to do that day. Okay, let's go to modules on the left-hand side here. This is where all of your information, your assignments are stored. If you scroll through here, this is all for you. These are different things you can use to help you in Canvas. These are things that I have posted, the course overview, some resources, course question board, and my information are here. And then week 1 starts here. Okay, so you'll look through the overview and to-do list. You'll read the lecture notes and the things that I posted here. And then you've got some discussion boards that you need to post to your first assignment for the week. Have a vocab quiz and a syllabus quiz. And then it'll tell you what you're going to be doing next week for week 2. So I would familiarize yourself with what this class looks like, how to access things, how to go about, just figuring out how Canvas works. I feel like it's pretty user-friendly. If you start on the first tab, you can look through this. It gives you what I have included, and then you can just hit next, and it takes you to the next page, and it'll give you what I have there. It's really important that you watch the video. And then this document here, the grammar and punctuation expectations for English 101, I use that the whole semester. This is what if you will kind of just memorize that document, then when I go to give you feedback on your essays, you'll be like, oh, that's why I missed that, and that's why I missed that. Super important that you read this document, okay? Some of these videos are a little bit old. They're from last year, but they all should be applicable to this year. Nothing really has changed. So if there's any questions that you have from the video that doesn't line up with what I am giving you, please send me an email. So here's your first discussion board. This is what this looks like. You'll have to post here, and then you'll be able to comment and reply to some people in class, okay? It is super important, like I said, I cannot stress this enough, that you communicate with me throughout the class. I will make this class live probably like Saturday before class starts, maybe a little bit before, but you should still be able to find out what books you need for class. If you need anything at all, please send me an email, and I am looking forward to seeing what we can do this semester. Talk to you later.